Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to talk about something powerful. Let's talk about the law of attraction, that force that says what you focus on expands, what you give energy to comes back to you. It's not just some distant philosophy or mystical idea. It's a principle that lives in the choices we make, the actions we take, and the thoughts we cultivate each and every day. The law of attraction starts with belief. Now, belief isn't just about saying, I want to succeed or I want to be happy. It's about living, breathing, and embodying that success, that happiness even before you see it. It's about carrying yourself as though the dream is already in your hands, even when the reality in front of you tells a different story. This kind of belief is not passive, it's active. It's a belief that shows up in how you act, how you walk, how you talk, and even how you treat others. It's about having a vision so powerful, so clear, that it pulls you forward no matter what life throws in your path. The law of attraction doesn't work by accident. No, it's rooted in intention. Whatever you focus on, wherever you place your attention is where your energy flows. Every thought, every word, every decision you make sends a signal out into the world, a message that says, this is what I want. This is who I am in the world, in its mysterious way starts aligning with that message. That's why they say energy flows where attention goes. If you're constantly focusing on limitations, on what you lack, on the things you can't do, then that's what you'll keep attracting. But if you focus on what you want, on who you can become, on the abundance that's possible, the law starts working in your favor. The next piece of the law of attraction is gratitude. Let me tell you, gratitude isn't just about saying thank you when things are going well. It's about being grateful in the storms and the challenges and the setbacks, because those moments shape us, refine us, and prepare us for the things we're asking for. When you start expressing gratitude for where you are, even before you get to where you want to be, you align yourself with abundance. You're saying to the universe, I am ready, I am prepared, and I trust the process. And when you vibrate at that frequency, the world has no choice but to respond to you in kind. Now, the law of attraction also demands action. Too many people think they can sit back and wait for their dreams to come to them. But let me tell you, it doesn't work that way. You have to work in harmony with the vision you're attracting. That means putting in the hours, making sacrifices, pushing through doubts, and taking steps each day that move you closer to what you want. Faith without action is empty, and desire without effort is just a wish. When you act on your intentions, you make them real, tangible. You give your dreams form. You send a clear message that you're serious about what you want, and that kind of commitment attracts results. The law of attraction is a mirror. What you put out, you get back. If you radiate positivity, generosity, kindness, and compassion, that's what you'll receive. But if you're constantly putting out negativity, fear, jealousy, or resentment, that's what will find its way back to you. The universe reflects your state of mind, your beliefs, and your actions. So if you want to attract abundance, then you have to live in alignment with abundance. If you want love, you have to become love. If you want respect, you have to embody respect. You are the architect of your experience, and every choice you make builds the reality around you. Another key part of the law of attraction is resilience. Listen, life will test you. Dreams don't come easy, and sometimes it feels like everything's against you. But that's where resilience comes in. When you keep showing up, even when the odds are against you, even when you feel like giving up, you prove to the universe that you are committed. That resilience, that unshakable will, creates a momentum that pulls you through the toughest of times. The obstacles, the setbacks, they're not there to stop you, they're there to strengthen you, to prepare you for the very thing you're attracting. So let's be clear, the law of attraction is not some magic spell. It's a discipline, a way of life. It's a mindset and a set of actions that together shape your reality. You have to nurture your thoughts, guard them like a treasure, because what you think about consistently becomes who you are. If you're always worrying, always doubting, always fearing, that's what you'll create. But if you choose to focus on what's possible, to believe in your own potential, to see the good even in the hardest times, then you'll find that life has a way of opening doors you never thought possible. And let's talk about patience, because sometimes what you're attracting takes time. You may not see the fruits of your labor right away. The things you want might be just out of reach for a while, and that's okay. Patience is a part of the process. The universe doesn't work on your timetable. It has its own rhythm, its own timing. And when you learn to trust in that timing, to keep working and believing even when there's no sign of progress, you open yourself up to receive in ways you can't even imagine. The law of attraction at its core is about alignment. Aligning your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, and your spirit with the life you want to create. When you are in alignment, you're not fighting the current, you're flowing with it. Things start to come easier, people show up in your life to help, opportunities appear out of nowhere. and life seems to move in harmony with your desires. But alignment requires integrity, it requires honesty, and it requires you to live authentically. It means showing up as your true self, doing what's right, and honoring your values every step of the way. So the question is, what are you attracting? Are you living each day in a way that aligns with your dreams? Are you choosing thoughts, words, and actions that draw you closer to the life you want? Or are you letting fear and doubt run the show? The law of attraction isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you create, something you mold with every decision, every thought, and every step. This principle has the power to change your life, but only if you're willing to live it fully, if you're willing to commit to your vision, if you're ready to walk in faith and work in purpose. The life you want is waiting on you. It's waiting for you to believe in it, to act on it, to nurture it. So stand tall, align with what you want, and remember what you seek is seeking you too. The idea that our thoughts shape our reality is profound, but it's also incredibly practical. It begins with an understanding that our mind is constantly processing, evaluating, and interpreting everything we encounter. Thoughts are not passive, they are active and formative, creating pathways that our mind follows, influencing our feelings, beliefs, and eventually our actions. Imagine that each thought we entertain is like a seed planted in our mind. When nurtured and revisited, that seed grows, takes root, and eventually manifests itself in our outward experience. This is the foundation of the law of attraction and the idea that what we focus on, we draw into our lives. Thoughts aren't just random occurrences, they are potent, creative energy shaping what we see, what we experience, and ultimately what we become. Focusing on what you want is not simply a matter of wishing or hoping. It is about making a conscious choice to direct your thoughts towards a desired outcome. Every day we are confronted with thousands of thoughts, many of which we have little control over as they flash through our minds. But the ones we choose to focus on, the ones we give our attention to, are the thoughts that gain power. They are the ones that create energy and momentum. When we dwell on a thought, we are in a sense committing to it, feeding it with our mental energy. When we continuously focus on what we want rather than on fears, doubts, or limitations, we essentially tell our mind and even the universe that this is what we are willing to work for, what we're willing to create. Thoughts are not isolated, they interact with our emotions. When you focus on something positive, something that excites you or fills you with purpose, you generate positive emotions that fuel motivation, resilience, and confidence. Conversely, when you focus on negative thoughts, like fear or self-doubt, you trigger a cascade of emotions that drain your energy and enthusiasm. This emotional component is crucial, because emotions are the driving force behind actions. If you consistently focus on your fears, your mind starts to see obstacles and limitations everywhere, creating a mental environment that hinders you. But if you focus on possibilities, your mind becomes attuned to solutions, resources, and opportunities, helping you to move forward even when challenges arise. The process of directing our thoughts requires discipline and intentionality. Our minds are naturally prone to wander, often pulled by distractions, anxieties, and influences from the outside world. But when we consciously choose to focus on thoughts that align with our goals, we are practicing mental discipline. This discipline is like a muscle that grows stronger with consistent effort. By intentionally choosing to return to thoughts that reflect what we truly want, whether it's success, happiness, or growth, we train our minds to prioritize those things. Over time, our thoughts naturally gravitate towards the positive, the productive, and the purposeful. This is not to say that negative thoughts won't arise, they will. But by exercising control over our focus, we prevent these thoughts from taking over and directing our lives in unwanted directions. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools we have for focusing our thoughts. When we visualize our goals as if they are already achieved, we create a mental blueprint that our mind can follow. Visualization goes beyond mere daydreaming. It involves immersing ourselves in the feeling and experience of having achieved what we desire. When you vividly imagine yourself living the life you want, your mind starts to perceive it as possible, even real. This perception triggers a shift in your beliefs, making you more confident and willing to take the steps necessary to reach that goal. Visualization primes our brain for success by helping us to identify opportunities and take actions that align with our vision. It's a way of programming our mind to focus on what we want rather than what we fear. Focusing on what we want also means that we must let go of what we don't want. Often people spend more time and energy thinking about the things they want to avoid rather than the things they want to embrace. This is a common trap, and it's rooted in our survival instincts, which are always scanning for danger and threats. However, by concentrating on the negative, we inadvertently give it power, allowing it to take up space in our mind. To truly harness the power of attraction, we must shift our focus from avoidance to aspiration. Instead of thinking, I don't want to fail, we should be thinking, I want to succeed. Instead of saying, I don't want to succeed, instead of saying, I don't want to be unhappy, we should be saying, I want to be fulfilled.
This shift from avoidance to attraction is subtle but transformative.
Mindfulness is another essential practice for focusing our thoughts. By being fully present in each moment, we gain awareness of our thought patterns and can catch ourselves when we drift into negativity or distraction. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts without judgment, creating a mental space where we can choose which thoughts to engage with. When we practice mindfulness, we gain control over our attention and we become less reactive to external circumstances. Instead of allowing random thoughts to dictate our mood and behavior, we take the reins, directing our focus towards what truly matters. Through mindfulness, we develop the ability to consciously choose thoughts that support our goals, values, and well-being. The power of focusing on what we want is magnified when combined with positive self-talk. Self-talk is the inner dialogue that shapes our self-image, influences our beliefs, and reinforces our goals. By replacing negative self-talk with affirmations and empowering language, we reinforce the belief that our goals are achievable and that we are capable of reaching them. Positive self-talk doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. Rather, it involves acknowledging our potential and affirming our ability to overcome obstacles. When we speak to ourselves with respect, encouragement, and optimism, we create a mental environment that supports growth and resilience. This shift in self-talk aligns our thoughts with our desires, strengthening our resolve and commitment. Focusing on what we want also requires us to surround ourselves with supportive influences. The people we spend time with, the media we consume, and the environments we engage with all have an impact on our thoughts. If we are constantly exposed to negativity, criticism, or doubt, it becomes harder to stay focused on our goals. However, by surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we create a supportive atmosphere that encourages us to stay on track. This might mean building relationships with people who uplift us, seeking out mentors who inspire us, or consuming content that reinforces our values and aspirations. Our environment plays a crucial role in shaping our thoughts, and by choosing our influences wisely, we create a fertile ground for positive, goal-oriented thinking. The law of attraction reminds us that our thoughts are like magnets, drawing in experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with them. By focusing on what we want, we align ourselves with the energy of abundance, success, and fulfillment. This alignment is not accidental. It is cultivated through conscious effort, self-awareness, and intentionality. Each time we choose to focus on a thought that supports our goals, we reinforce a mental pattern that brings us closer to our desires. This process is cumulative, meaning that every positive thought builds on the last, creating a momentum that propels us towards our vision. Patience is an essential part of this journey. While focusing on what we want sets the wheels in motion, it doesn't mean that results will appear overnight. The law of attraction operates on its own timeline, and sometimes it requires us to wait, to trust, and to continue believing even when there are no immediate signs of progress. Patience is not passive, it is an active commitment to the process. It means staying focused, staying disciplined, and staying resilient even in the face of challenges. Patience allows us to remain rooted in our vision, to keep nurturing the seeds we've planted, and to trust that our efforts will bear fruit in due time. In conclusion, our thoughts are a powerful force that shapes our reality, and by focusing on what we want, we harness that power to create a life of purpose, abundance, and fulfillment. This is not about wishful thinking, it is about intentionality, discipline, and commitment. It's about choosing to direct our thoughts towards our goals, even when distractions and challenges arise. Through visualization, mindfulness, positive self-talk, and patience, we align our inner world with our outer desires, creating a pathway for success and happiness. Belief alone is powerful, but it's not enough to bring about the real, meaningful changes we seek. In the process of manifesting desires, belief is only one part of the journey. It gives us the vision, the spark, and the initial courage to dream, but action is the fuel that turns belief into a reality. A dream without action remains a fantasy, while action without belief often lacks direction. Together, belief and action form a partnership that makes things happen. Belief sets the intention, creating a mental picture of what we want, but it is through action that we make that picture come to life. This combination isn't just about moving towards goals, it's about creating an energy and momentum that pulls us forward. We must understand that belief gives us the mental clarity to see what we want, but it's through action that we gain experience and growth. When we take even small steps towards our goal, we are showing commitment. This is not merely about doing things, it's about demonstrating to ourselves that we are willing to invest in our vision. Each step forward reinforces our belief, providing us with tangible evidence that our dreams are attainable. Without action, belief becomes stagnant, like a river that stops flowing. The energy behind our dreams needs movement. It needs that flow of effort and intention directed toward the destination we envision. In every step we take, no matter how small, we begin transforming belief into something more concrete, something that becomes part of our reality. Many people hold strong beliefs about what they want in life, but hesitate when it comes to taking action. This hesitation often stems from fear of failure, fear of judgment, or simply the comfort of staying within known boundaries. But it's important to understand that without action, the fear remains, and so does the distance from our goals. Belief is a safe place, one that allows us to dream without risk, but it's action that requires us to step into the unknown, to take that leap even if we don't have all the answers. By acting, we confront those fears directly and dismantle the walls they create. With each action, we grow stronger and more resilient, and over time, we develop a sense of courage that fuels our belief even further. Taking action is like sending a message to ourselves and the world that we're serious about our goals. It's one thing to say, "I want this," but entirely another to invest time, energy, and resources into it. When we make that investment, we are declaring that this goal matters, that we are willing to work for it. Action brings about accountability, something belief alone cannot achieve. By moving toward our goal, we create commitments and deadlines that keep us on track. It's this accountability that pushes us to follow through even when challenges arise. In those moments of struggle, the effort we've already put in becomes a source of motivation to keep going, reinforcing our belief through each step forward. Moreover, action leads to learning and adaptation. When we start moving toward our goals, we encounter obstacles, receive feedback, and sometimes even make mistakes. These experiences are invaluable because they give us information that belief alone could never provide. Every action we take is a form of learning, an opportunity to adjust our approach and sharpen our focus. Through action, we come to understand what works and what doesn't, allowing us to refine our strategies and adapt our vision to reality. This process of learning through doing is essential for growth as it turns abstract ideas into concrete knowledge. It's through these experiences that we develop the skills and resilience needed to overcome obstacles and reach our goals. Belief without action can also become a source of frustration. When we deeply desire something but take no steps toward it, we create a disconnect within ourselves. This disconnect between what we want and what we're doing to achieve it creates inner tension. It's like holding on to a dream but feeling helpless to make it happen. Over time, this gap can lead to doubt, resentment, and even a loss of self-confidence. By contrast, when we take action, we are actively bridging that gap, aligning our thoughts with our deeds. Every effort, big or small, lessens that inner conflict and creates harmony between our inner vision and our outer reality. Taking action also has a ripple effect on our belief. Each time we accomplish something, no matter how small, we build momentum. This momentum strengthens our belief, showing us that our goals are within reach. It's a feedback loop. Action reinforces belief, which fuels further action. Over time, this process becomes self-sustaining, allowing us to move forward with greater confidence and ease. Even when faced with setbacks, the actions we've already taken give us a foundation to stand on, reminding us that progress is possible, that we have already made strides towards our vision. There's also a deeper, more transformative aspect to taking action. It changes who we are. By acting on our beliefs, we shift our identity, turning ourselves into someone who doesn't just dream, but also does. We become people of action, people who are committed to our vision. This shift in identity has lasting effects not only on our ability to achieve our current goals, but also on our capacity to take on future challenges. Through action, we build the habits, the resilience, and the mindset of someone who is proactive and goal-oriented. This transformation is invaluable because it shapes us into individuals who are capable of achieving much more than we initially imagined. Furthermore, taking action encourages others around us. When people see us actively pursuing our goals, it inspires them to consider what they might achieve in their own lives. Action is contagious. It has the power to motivate others in ways that words alone cannot. By setting an example, we create a positive influence on those who might be holding back on their own dreams. This ripple effect of action extends beyond our personal goals, contributing to a culture of empowerment and motivation. When we take action, we are not only creating change in our own lives, but also encouraging those around us to pursue their own visions with purpose and determination. In taking action, we also cultivate discipline and perseverance. It's easy to have belief in the beginning, to feel excited about a new goal. But maintaining that belief requires commitment, especially when challenges arise. Action reinforces this commitment by keeping us engaged and focused. Discipline is built one step at a time, and each action we take strengthens our resolve. Perseverance is not about never facing difficulties, it's about moving forward in spite of them. When we commit to taking consistent action, we develop the discipline needed to navigate obstacles and stay on course. This discipline becomes a valuable asset, one that we carry with us as we continue to pursue our goals and dreams. Finally, taking action reveals the power of faith. There are times when the path forward is unclear, when we don't know if our efforts will pay off or if we'll reach our destination. In these moments, action requires faith or belief that our efforts are meaningful, even if the results are not immediately visible. Faith is the willingness to keep moving, to keep striving, even when we can't see the full picture. By taking action, we are practicing faith in ourselves and our vision, and in the process of growth. This faith sustains us through uncertainty, reminding us that our actions are not in vain, and that every step forward brings us closer to our goal. In essence, action is the bridge between belief and achievement. It is through action that we take our dreams out of the realm of imagination and bring them into the world. Action requires courage, discipline, and faith, but it also rewards us with growth, resilience, and progress. Without action, belief remains a potential, an idea waiting to be realized. With action, belief becomes powerful, dynamic, and transformative, shaping our lives and our future in profound ways. Our minds hold the incredible ability to shape our lives and experiences. The way we think determines the way we feel, and the way we feel drives how we act. Our mindset, therefore, is at the core of everything we create for ourselves. If we see challenges as insurmountable, we will feel defeated before we even begin. But if we approach those same challenges with an attitude of resilience and determination, we find strength to push through. This is the power of our mindset. It can either be a prison that keeps us confined or a set of wings that allows us to soar. Shaping our mindset intentionally is one of the greatest steps we can take toward fulfilling our potential, allowing us to transform obstacles into opportunities and failures into stepping stones for growth. The first step in harnessing the power of mindset is understanding that our thoughts are not necessarily truths. Many of us go through life letting our thoughts control us rather than examining them. When we think we aren't capable, we feel unworthy. When we think we are at a disadvantage, we feel defeated. But just because a thought arises doesn't mean it's factual. Our minds are incredibly complex, influenced by our experiences, memories, and often subconscious beliefs. When we recognize that our thoughts are often just narratives we've constructed, we begin to see the potential to change them. This awareness gives us the power to choose thoughts that empower us rather than limit us. It's a matter of deciding which beliefs and thoughts we want to nurture, understanding that we have the power to select thoughts that align with the life we want to create. Another important aspect of mindset is resilience, the capacity to keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and setbacks are inevitable. However, how we react to those setbacks determines whether they hinder our growth or fuel it. A resilient mindset isn't about denying difficulties, it's about understanding that difficulties are part of the journey and choosing to face them head on. Resilience is about knowing that no single event, no matter how challenging, defines our entire story. With a resilient mindset, we look at setbacks as temporary, as something we can overcome, rather than as permanent obstacles. This perspective allows us to bounce back from challenges stronger than before, with greater wisdom and clarity. Resilience is cultivated by consistently choosing to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. A growth mindset is closely tied to resilience, and it's a powerful tool for personal development. When we adopt a growth mindset, we believe that our abilities and intelligence are not fixed. Instead, we see them as qualities that can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This belief has profound implications on how we approach life. With a growth mindset, we view mistakes as valuable lessons rather than as failures. We welcome challenges because we see them as opportunities to expand our abilities and gain new insights. This perspective transforms our approach to learning and progress, making us more open to experiences and less afraid of failure. With a growth mindset, we stop fearing judgment and begin focusing on personal improvement, allowing us to pursue our goals with a sense of optimism and purpose. Gratitude is another key aspect of a positive mindset. By focusing on what we have rather than on what we lack, we cultivate a sense of contentment and joy. Gratitude shifts our perspective, helping us see the abundance in our lives rather than getting caught up in desires or disappointments. It reminds us that, despite challenges, there is much to be thankful for. When we approach life with gratitude, we are more resilient, less affected by setbacks, and more motivated to pursue our goals. Gratitude allows us to be more present, to appreciate the journey rather than just the destination. It's about recognizing that every experience, every interaction is a valuable part of our growth. When we are grateful, we're more open to opportunities, more receptive to positive experiences, and more connected to the people around us. Self-belief is also central to cultivating a positive, empowering mindset. Believing in ourselves means trusting in our own abilities and worth. It's about knowing that we have the capacity to achieve our goals and overcome obstacles. Without self-belief, we are likely to give up at the first sign of difficulty, doubting our potential before we even begin. Self-belief is built by taking small steps, achieving little victories, and celebrating them. When we believe in ourselves, we are more confident in our decisions, more willing to take risks, and more persistent in the face of adversity. It's this confidence that fuels our actions, pushing us to strive for more and achieve more. Self-belief is not arrogance, it's an acknowledgement of our own worth and an understanding that we are capable of growth and improvement. When we have faith in ourselves, we are better equipped to tackle challenges and remain committed to our goals. Visualization is another powerful technique for shaping our mindset and achieving our goals. By creating a mental picture of our desired outcome, we train our mind to focus on what we want rather than on obstacles. Visualization helps us stay motivated, giving us a clear sense of direction and purpose. When we see ourselves succeeding, we reinforce our belief in our ability to achieve. Visualization is about more than just imagining success. It's about embodying the feelings, thoughts, and actions that will lead us there. This practice helps us stay focused and determined, reminding us of the path we need to take. Visualization activates the subconscious mind, helping us identify resources and opportunities that align with our goals. By regularly visualizing our success, we prime ourselves for it, making it feel more attainable and realistic. Mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment, is also essential for a positive mindset. When we are mindful, we are aware of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness helps us manage stress as it teaches us to observe our feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to let go of worries about the future and regrets about the past. This clarity and calmness allow us to focus on what matters in the present, making us more productive and effective. Mindfulness also enhances our relationships as it allows us to listen more deeply and connect more genuinely with others. It's a practice that fosters self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a sense of inner peace. Embracing change is another critical component of a strong mindset. Life is constantly evolving and change is inevitable. Those who resist change often feel trapped as they try to hold on to what is familiar. Embracing change, on the other hand, opens us up to new experiences and growth. When we view change as a natural part of life, we become more adaptable, more resilient. We see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow and learn. This mindset allows us to face transitions with confidence, knowing that each change brings new lessons and possibilities. By accepting change, we release ourselves from the limitations of the past and open ourselves to the future. This adaptability is crucial for personal and professional growth as it keeps us open to new ideas and challenges. One of the most powerful aspects of a positive mindset is its impact on our relationships. When we approach interactions with empathy, kindness, and understanding, we create meaningful connections. A positive mindset helps us see the good in others, to appreciate their strengths, and to be more forgiving of their shortcomings. This perspective builds trust and respect, creating a foundation for healthy, supportive relationships. And when we uplift others, we create a ripple effect, inspiring positivity in those around us. This approach strengthens our personal and professional relationships, providing us with a network of support and encouragement. A positive mindset also helps us handle conflicts with grace, as it allows us to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. By fostering positive relationships, we enrich our lives and create a community that supports our growth and happiness. Finally, a powerful mindset is about taking responsibility for our lives. It's about understanding that we are the architects of our own experiences. We may not control everything that happens to us, but we do control how we respond. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that our actions, thoughts, and beliefs play a major role in shaping our reality. This sense of ownership is empowering, as it reminds us that we have the power to change and improve our lives. By taking responsibility, we stop blaming others or external circumstances for our challenges. Instead, we focus on what we can do to make positive changes. This proactive approach gives us a sense of control, enabling us to face challenges with confidence and resilience. Taking responsibility also means being accountable for our actions, learning from our mistakes, and striving to improve. This commitment to personal growth is what allows us to unlock our full potential and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The key to harnessing the power of attraction lies in recognizing that the universe operates as a mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we put out. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs radiate energy that influences the reality we experience. When we focus on positivity, possibilities, and hope, we naturally draw more of those things into our lives. If we dwell on doubt, fear, or negativity, we unknowingly attract more circumstances that align with those emotions. It's crucial to understand that this isn't about ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. Rather, it's about choosing the way we frame our experiences and where we place our mental energy. By intentionally directing our focus toward growth, opportunity, and success, we align ourselves with an energy that attracts circumstances and opportunities that support those aspirations. A vital part of this process involves becoming acutely aware of our internal dialogue. We often underestimate the power of the words and phrases we say to ourselves. Phrases like "I can't," "I'll never," or "this is impossible" can become ingrained beliefs, creating an internal resistance that limits our ability to see and seize opportunities. When we constantly repeat these types of negative thoughts, they shape our subconscious, reinforcing patterns that hold us back. Changing this inner dialogue is like opening a door to new possibilities. When we replace limiting beliefs with empowering affirmations, we create a foundation of confidence and self-worth. Instead of "I'll never succeed," we shift to "I am capable, resilient, and open to growth." This doesn't mean we ignore areas where we need to improve. Rather, it shifts our focus to our potential rather than our limitations. As we consistently affirm our strengths, we build a mental framework that supports positive outcomes and aligns us with experiences that affirm our potential. Visualization is another powerful tool in the law of attraction, allowing us to tap into the energy of our desired future as if it's already here. When we visualize our goals clearly, we send a message to our subconscious mind about what we truly desire. This isn't just about picturing success in vague terms. Effective visualization is rich in detail, engaging our senses to imagine the sounds, sights, and even the emotions we'll feel upon achieving our goals. It's a practice that signals our brain to recognize and align with opportunities that bring us closer to these imagined experiences. For example, if we're aiming for career advancement, we can visualize the details, the environment we'd work in, the types of projects we'd handle, and the sense of fulfillment we'd feel. This technique trains our brain to focus on what's possible, enhancing our motivation and making us more likely to notice and seize opportunities in real life that align with our aspirations. Gratitude is another cornerstone of the law of attraction, enabling us to attract more of what we appreciate in life. Practicing gratitude isn't merely about listing things we're thankful for. It's a profound acknowledgement of the abundance we already possess, no matter how small. By consistently expressing gratitude, we shift our focus from scarcity to sufficiency, from lack to abundance. This shift not only impacts our mindset, but also influences the energy we put out into the world. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we radiate a positive frequency that attracts more positive experiences and connections. For example, instead of focusing on a job's challenges, focusing on the learning opportunities, relationships, or stability it provides creates a sense of satisfaction that attracts even more rewarding professional experiences. Gratitude essentially becomes a magnet, drawing in more reasons to be grateful and reinforcing a cycle of positivity that enhances our sense of well-being and purpose. Forgiveness is an essential yet often overlooked element in attracting the life we desire. Holding on to resentment, anger, or past pain can block us from experiencing the fullness of life's possibilities. These heavy emotions consume mental energy and keep us stuck in a cycle of negativity, preventing us from moving forward. By choosing to forgive, we release this emotional burden, freeing ourselves to attract peace, clarity, and joy. Forgiveness doesn't mean we condone hurtful behavior. Rather, it's a personal decision to release its hold on us. When we let go of grudges or past wounds, we make room for new, positive experiences to flow into our lives. It's a way of clearing out the negative energy and creating space for the things we truly want. When we forgive, we elevate our vibration, aligning ourselves with energies that attract kindness, respect, and genuine connection. This practice allows us to attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships and circumstances as we're no longer bound by past grievances. Another powerful aspect of the law of attraction is maintaining a state of presence. When we're present, we're fully engaged in the moment, aware of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This presence enables us to respond to life rather than react impulsively. By staying present, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, becoming more attuned to opportunities, inspiration, and insight as they arise. The present moment is where true creation occurs. Worrying about the future or dwelling on the past distracts us from the opportunities in front of us. When we anchor ourselves in the now, we're more likely to recognize and act on possibilities that align with our goals. Presence is also a powerful antidote to anxiety and stress, allowing us to navigate life with a calm and focused mind. This mental clarity is essential for manifesting our desires, as it enables us to take purposeful, inspired action that leads to meaningful progress. Inspired action is the bridge between intention and reality. The law of attraction is not about passively wishing for things to happen. It requires us to act on our intentions with clarity and purpose. When we take action toward our goals, we send a clear signal to the universe that we are committed to realizing our desires. Inspired action is different from forced effort. It comes from a place of alignment, where our actions feel natural, motivated by genuine enthusiasm and confidence. These actions are often guided by intuition, and they move us closer to our goals with a sense of ease. For example, if we desire a healthy body, inspired action could mean finding a form of exercise we genuinely enjoy rather than forcing ourselves into routines we dread. When our actions are inspired, they are sustainable and fulfilling, helping us maintain the momentum needed to manifest our dreams. This alignment between desire and action is what accelerates the process of attraction, as it aligns our energy, intentions, and efforts in a harmonious flow. Our environment also plays a crucial role in supporting or hindering the power of attraction. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, people, spaces, and experiences reinforces our goals and values, creating a supportive framework for our aspirations. The energy of our environment affects our mindset, so it's essential to curate a space that reflects the life we want to create. This can mean organizing our physical space to feel inspiring, choosing friends who encourage our growth, or spending time in places that rejuvenate us. A supportive environment elevates our energy, helping us stay aligned with our goals and encouraging us to take the steps necessary to achieve them. When our surroundings resonate with our aspirations, we feel more motivated, focused, and capable of manifesting our desires. Conversely, environments filled with negativity or distractions can drain our energy, making it harder to stay aligned with our intentions. By consciously shaping our environment, we create an atmosphere that attracts positivity, creativity, and growth. Believing in our own worth is at the core of attracting what we desire. The energy we put out is directly linked to how we see ourselves. If we believe we are deserving of love, success, and happiness, we naturally attract those experiences. However, if we carry self-doubt or feelings of unworthiness, we inadvertently push away the very things we want. This belief in our own value is not about arrogance or entitlement. It's about recognizing our inherent potential and honoring ourselves enough to pursue our goals with confidence. When we understand that we are worthy of achieving our dreams, we stop settling for less than we deserve. This sense of self-worth empowers us to make choices that align with our highest aspirations, reinforcing a cycle of positive attraction. The law of attraction responds to this inner conviction, bringing us experiences, relationships, and opportunities that resonate with our true value. Consistency is a final, crucial factor in the law of attraction. Building a life aligned with our goals and desires requires sustained effort and commitment. It's not about sporadic bursts of positivity or occasional focus on our intentions. It's about creating a consistent pattern of thoughts, actions, and beliefs that reflect the life we want. Consistency solidifies our intentions, allowing the law of attraction to work seamlessly in our favor. It means showing up every day with a mindset of purpose, practicing gratitude, and visualizing our goals even when challenges arise. When we are consistent, we reinforce the energy we want to attract, making it easier to maintain alignment. Just as a seed needs consistent water and sunlight to grow, our desires require consistent attention and nurturing. By showing up consistently, we demonstrate our commitment to our goals, solidifying our alignment with the experiences and outcomes we desire. Consistency ultimately strengthens the foundation of our aspirations, ensuring that the law of attraction works with us in creating a fulfilling, purposeful life. Taking responsibility for our lives is a powerful step in the journey of manifesting the life we truly desire. It means owning not only our choices, but also the outcomes and circumstances we find ourselves in. Many times it's easy to fall into a pattern of blaming external factors, be it people, society, or even past events for where we are in life. While there's no denying that challenges and obstacles can come from outside of us, the truth is that our responses to these challenges, our actions, and our mindset determine the quality of our lives far more than the obstacles themselves. When we assume responsibility, we take control of our lives instead of allowing circumstances to dictate how we feel or act. This shift from a victim mentality to an empowered mindset is essential in the law of attraction. It positions us as active creators in our lives rather than as passive observers who are subject to whatever life throws our way. The first step in taking responsibility is recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. Often we are unaware of the beliefs we carry, yet these subconscious thoughts influence our actions and outcomes profoundly. For example, if we have a deeply held belief that success is hard to achieve or that we are not deserving of abundance, we might sabotage our own progress. We may unconsciously avoid opportunities or fail to see them at all because we're not attuned to the possibility of success. Taking responsibility in this sense means becoming aware of these underlying beliefs and challenging them. It requires introspection and a willingness to question long-standing assumptions about ourselves and the world around us. By confronting limiting beliefs, we open up new possibilities for growth and success. This inner work is foundational in aligning our mind with the desires we wish to attract, allowing us to step into our potential fully. Part of taking responsibility also involves acknowledging that our actions, not just our intentions, drive our results. Many of us set intentions or make resolutions with the best of intentions, but without follow-through, these desires remain unrealized. Taking responsibility means bridging the gap between intention and action. It's about understanding that manifesting goals requires commitment, discipline, and consistency. If we're not taking actionable steps toward our goals, we are ultimately responsible for the lack of progress. This might mean setting specific measurable goals, creating a timeline, and holding ourselves accountable to these commitments. By treating our dreams as responsibilities rather than wishful thinking, we invest our energy and focus where it counts. This level of accountability creates a sense of ownership over our journey, reinforcing our commitment to realizing our aspirations. We move from simply hoping for change to actively creating it. Another aspect of responsibility is embracing resilience in the face of setbacks. Life is rarely a straight line from intention to achievement. There are often challenges, delays, and even failures along the way. Taking responsibility means recognizing that these setbacks do not define us or our potential. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable barriers, we can choose to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Each challenge we encounter offers valuable lessons that strengthen our resolve and deepen our understanding. By viewing setbacks through the lens of personal responsibility, we empower ourselves to find solutions, learn from mistakes, and grow stronger. This resilience builds confidence, showing us that we have the power to overcome challenges and stay aligned with our goals no matter what obstacles arise. Responsibility, therefore, is not only about our successes, but also about how we handle our failures and use them as stepping stones toward our ultimate vision. Taking responsibility also involves making conscious choices about the people and influences we allow into our lives. Our environment has a significant impact on our mindset and consequently on what we attract. By surrounding ourselves with positive, motivated, and supportive individuals, we reinforce a mindset that aligns with our goals. On the other hand, if we surround ourselves with negativity or influences that do not support our aspirations, we may find ourselves drawn into patterns that hinder our progress. Taking responsibility means being intentional about our relationships and the spaces we occupy. It's about choosing to be in environments that uplift us and distancing ourselves from those that bring us down. This level of intentionality creates an atmosphere that nurtures our growth and strengthens our ability to attract positive experiences. Our circle becomes a source of inspiration, encouragement, and accountability, reinforcing our commitment to manifesting the life we desire. In addition to our surroundings, taking responsibility means being mindful of the information we consume. Every day we are bombarded with messages from the media, social networks, and other sources that can shape our beliefs and attitudes. By taking responsibility for the information we allow into our minds, we become more aware of how these messages affect us. Negative news, for example, can instill fear or reinforce limiting beliefs, while uplifting or informative content can inspire and empower us. This awareness helps us to make conscious choices about what we read, watch, and listen to. We cultivate a mental environment that supports positive thinking and personal growth, reducing distractions that may lead us away from our goals. When we are responsible for the information we consume, we empower ourselves to stay focused, inspired, and aligned with our highest aspirations.
Self-discipline is a crucial element in taking responsibility for our lives. Often, the things we want require sacrifice, effort, and perseverance. Without discipline, it's easy to be swayed by distractions, procrastination, or short-term gratification that leads us away from our goals.
Taking responsibility means committing to self-discipline, even when it's difficult. It's about choosing long-term success over immediate comfort, making choices that serve our highest good rather than giving in to fleeting desires. Self-discipline builds trust in ourselves, reinforcing our belief in our ability to achieve what we set out to do. With discipline, we stay on course, taking consistent action toward our goals and building momentum over time. This commitment to discipline strengthens our resolve, making it easier to stay aligned with our intentions and attract the outcomes we desire. Another component of taking responsibility is the practice of self-reflection. By regularly evaluating our progress, actions, and mindset, we gain insights into what's working and what needs adjustment. Self-reflection allows us to identify patterns, recognize areas for improvement, and make necessary changes. Taking responsibility means being honest with ourselves about where we are in relation to our goals and being willing to adjust our strategies as needed. This process requires humility and an openness to feedback, whether it comes from within or from others. Through self-reflection, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our journey, enabling us to make more informed decisions. This practice of regular self-assessment keeps us on track and ensures that we remain aligned with our intentions. It fosters growth and self-awareness, which are essential for attracting and maintaining the life we desire. Patience is another quality that plays a significant role in taking responsibility for our lives. Many of us want quick results, but the reality is that meaningful achievements often require time, effort, and persistence. Taking responsibility means understanding that good things take time and that patience is part of the process. It's about staying committed to our goals even when we don't see immediate results. This patience keeps us grounded, allowing us to trust in the journey and stay focused on the steps we need to take. Patience combined with perseverance builds resilience, helping us to stay motivated and engaged over the long term. When we are patient, we create a stable foundation for our goals, allowing them to grow and unfold naturally. This patience is a reflection of our trust in the process and in our ability to achieve our dreams, no matter how long it takes. Finally, taking responsibility involves a commitment to lifelong learning and growth. The world is constantly changing, and as we strive to achieve our goals, we must be willing to adapt, learn, and evolve. Taking responsibility means being open to new knowledge, skills, and perspectives that can help us move forward. It's about understanding that personal growth is a continuous journey, and that each experience, whether positive or challenging, offers a lesson that contributes to our development. By embracing a mindset of growth, we remain flexible and open to change, allowing us to stay aligned with our goals even as circumstances shift. This commitment to learning keeps us engaged, curious, and motivated, enhancing our ability to attract and create the life we desire. Lifelong learning empowers us to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles and to continually refine our understanding of what it means to live a fulfilled, purposeful life. This dedication to growth not only strengthens our capacity to achieve our goals, but also enriches our journey, allowing us to experience life with depth, awareness, and gratitude.